Hi, welcome back to Guessagaingaming. So this is just a follow-up to a recent video I made about Watch Dogs Legion, where I was saying that you can find all the characters other than you can find all the baddies because they're still in the game. Obviously the named characters, the main non-playable characters, but every other character, any other game would be an NPC. In Watch Dogs Legion, they're not really NPCs because you can take any of them that you find in London and you can play them and add them to your gang. So, as I was saying in the last video I made about this, and I've said in other videos before, the game's unique because you don't just go to a place where these random NPCs, whether they have names or not, and they're just doing nothing and they don't have any real interaction in the world. Because you can play everybody you can find in Watch Dogs Legion, barring the main villains obviously, they have to have real lives, they have to really be doing things, they have to have real background, they have to have real character, and they all do. So if you find somebody that's in your gang and you let them go for whatever reason, it happens quite often, you'll find someone who has a better skill or you prefer for whatever reason. Later on it's quite possible to run into that person. You'll interact with different people in the street, in the enemy gangs, and you'll run into them again, and there'll be little tabs over them that say hate DedSec because of this, or DedSec rescue them for something, and that happens quite often. Another thing that happens quite often is you'll find people back in the same place, not because they've not moved, they'll go to where they go. So for example, if someone works in a bar in the day, they'll be there and then they'll go somewhere to sleep at night, and that's where they'll be. If you hung around there all night, they'll come out of their house in the morning and go to work. That's the way the game works. Like I said, it makes it really real because every character in the game is a real character, they're not just bland NPCs. So following on from that thought, something happened just now which I've wanted to mention. It's just one of the fascinating things I find about Watch Dogs Legion, which I think is why I like the game so much, other than all the other reasons. I was playing, or going to get a mission from the 404, which is a kind of underground anti-establishment group which you come across in Watch Dogs Legion. And I was coming here to get the mission, and this random NPC started punching me, and I was like, what? Sometimes it does work a bit like the real world. Everything in this works like the real world. So if you walk into somebody, sometimes they'll get aggressive. If you bump into somebody, sometimes they'll push you back. You can end up in a fight with someone accidentally just because you'll bump into them, and sometimes you literally will spawn in or run out of something and you won't be able to avoid running into somebody. So that can happen. But then this person was really kind of trying to wail on me, and I couldn't work out why. And it's because this character I'm playing is called Laura Young, and the lady on the floor there who's now dead, their friend was killed by operative Laura Young. So that's why this NPC, and Laura Young is this character that I'm playing now, was the actual first person I had in this run of Watch Dogs Legion. She was the original founder of this chapter of DedSec, if you were. It was her that went out and got all the other people in the gang originally, and although you get 3 at the beginning, the other 2 both got killed at various times. So she's the only one, and I've had her from the very beginning. So I have no idea when this lady's friend was killed by Laura Young. Laura Young had killed quite a lot of people over the course of this game, but I have no idea when or why. But this character remembered, and just because she saw Laura Young come out of the subway station, she wanted to fight her because she remembered her, and I had to knock her down. And to be honest, then I shot her in the head. Because I decided that I didn't want to encounter her again, because that can be, I mean, it's good, it's part of the game, it's fantastic, but that can be a bit problematic if you're going into a mission where you need to do something quickly, or you're actually entering the mission area and you run into an NPC who's got an issue with you and they start a fight, because that alerts all the other guards, and that can be a problem. So I thought I'd just kill her while she was there on the floor. And of course the police sort of looked for me for a little bit, but I hid. Another thing that's real is you can see people are trying to help. People are interested in what's happened, they're concerned, and they come past and think, what's happened here? And some run away, some take pictures, some will try and help, just like in real life. But anyway, it's just something I wanted to share, because it's one of the things, like I said, that I think is kind of really unique to Watch Dogs Legion. I've played so many RPG games and games over many years, and it's the only one where it has this level of realism for all the characters in the game, whether they're what you would normally associate with being an NPC or not. Anyway, thanks for watching Guessagaingaming. Until next time, take care for now.